All right, here we go. Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 36 of Once Upon a Game, story game variety show, and my dog just came up to say hi. Hello. We were playing John Harper's game, Blades in the Dark, today, and I'm super excited to GM this for you all. I'm super excited to get into playing version 6, because I haven't played this latest iteration yet. So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm also really looking forward to talking to you all. And thank you so much for coming out here. So, Mike, how are you doing today?
Good. Yeah, I don't know, I'm excited to play Blades. It'll be my first time playing Blades in the Dark. The nearest experience I have of playing Blades is playing like a hack of Blades already. That's the only time I've played Blades in the Dark, but I'm super excited to finally play this. I've been wanting to for a while now, and I'm stoked to like hang out in our subway car layer and do cool things.
Yeah, it's gonna. I'm really excited for it too. It was just such a cool idea, and that was so thank you for it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah. So Anthony Fulink, how are you doing today?
Doing okay. Much like Mike, I'm pretty happy to be here and play some Blades.
Yeah. Good. Excellent. All right, and Adam.
Hello. I'm doing well. Like everyone else, I'm excited. I love Blades, so I'm glad to be able to get the chance to play it again and be here. Now that I have a real job, I'm not going to be able to be on like the real late night ones anymore.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Oh,
but Sunday.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Job is when everyone's like, "Oh man, that means you're not able to play games as much." Like, yeah.
But
But
money.
you'll be able to afford the games.
Living, so
yeah.
there's that.
Yeah, no longer living off your savings is pretty good.
Yeah.
Great. Cool. And last but not least, Brad, RP Glory. Good to see you again, my friend.
Great seeing you. And I'm also jazzed for this. Like, I'm also popping my Blades cherry, and that sounds pretty painful, and who knows, maybe it will be. But this should be cool. I mean, I love the themes involved. And I have read I think all of the Locke Lamora series and several other books that are sort of in the same vein. So I'm looking forward to exploring.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So a couple things real quick. I know we all might know each other. Maybe we even came together before in different places, but because this is a one-shot show, I want everybody to be okay with bringing it today and going kind of crazy because it's a one-shot show. We won't be returning to it. So and this is also a game with sort of mature themes in it anyways, so if there's just as sort of a precautionary measure, I always play with the rule of the X card or even the Veil, both of them are okay. If you're uncomfortable with any of the material that comes forward, you can just be like, hey, can we X that out, or can we X that out, or just say, hey, I'm really sorry, I'm not really okay with you talking about describing how this guy's eyeball gets ripped out by a ghost, or it's whatever, or I'm not really okay with these talking dogs. No, I can't. Can we? So as long you don't have to justify why you do that, why it's triggering to you. We'll never make you have to explain yourself, because we trust you, and because of that, we want you to feel safe and have a good gaming experience. But we can only follow that as long as we're all okay and actually believe that we can do this. Because there'll be several times when you'll get to that threshold where you're like, man, I don't want to ruin everyone's fun or whatever, but it's listen, if it's really going to be an issue, don't be afraid to do it. And that's why we're all going are we okay with this so far, guys?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so look, we're all okay if you have an issue. Not saying you will. It's there, okay? Great. That's why I ask. I've never had to use it, but it's there.
Yeah.
And alternatively, there's the veil, which could be like, can we just move this off screen? Can we just like, can we just cut the black here? I don't want to see the, whatever. So, okay. Great. Awesome. So today we're playing a special edition of Blades because we're playing with the Vigilantes playset by Sean Nittner, which is really cool. So hopefully we can give him a little bit of feedback at the end about Vigilantes as well. So I'm going to bring up the Blades game here. And how about we go in order and describe our characters a little bit? All right. So let's start with Brad. Let's start with RP Glory.
Okay. So I'm playing a Hull, which is a spirit in a clockwork body. In this case, it's a clockwork body that's also covered in like a doll that's named Worthless. And he was the son of this this toddler son of a noble family, died of consumption, and his spirit was put back into this contraption because the parents couldn't quite let go. But what they brought back was not the same as the kid they had. So eventually they got rid of him, and he fell in with a leech.
So pretty Pet Cemetery.
Yes.
Yeah, Monkey's Paw, Pet Cemetery. Yeah. Like, what is this thing?
Yeah. Awesome. And Mike.
Hi.
Who are you playing today?
I'm playing a man by the name of Zadok Lushington. We'll just put him in the bio info as well, so it changes the name. Saved. And he is a he's like a professor slash like curator. And he it's the Lurk playbook is the one I'm playing with. And the character idea that I kind of came up with for him is he's like an academic. He's kind of like a cross between like Castle and like Indiana Jones and like the guy from White Collar. He consults for the police, and he helped them. He consults with the Bluecoats and helps them like find stolen art and like stolen oddities and stolen like artifacts and stuff like that. And the corruption within like the Bluecoats has led him to like just start doing it on his own. So he's been training himself to like just become a thief and steal on his own and steal things back and return them to like their rightful owners. And he's kind of fallen with this crew of vigilantes, seeing that the things are getting worse and worse around them, and he feels like he needs to do something, and he can probably put some of his sneaky talents to use if they need him. So
yeah, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think we're taking a little bit of liberty with Duskfall, because I don't think there is a like higher educational establishment in the city, but we're gonna just create one called like the Duskfall University of Duskfall. Sounds probably
sure.
Good. Or the Academy, maybe just call it like the Academy or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And it can also be something that's like small. It doesn't need to be he's like a big time professor. Like he has some sort of like
the University of Phoenix.
Yeah, he has some sort of like.
It's probably it's probably a for-profit thing if there is any sort of higher academics.
Sure.
It's definitely something for like nobles.
Right.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a noble thing, and like, and so I don't know how much you want me to like detail.
No. That's fine.
Duskfall University for nobles by nobles.
Awesome. I like that a lot. Adam?
Sure. I am playing I'm the aforementioned leech that Worthless got involved with. I'm playing the leech is like a tinkerer, kind of like a scientist kind of character. Like there's a few ways you can take them. My name is Callum Torres. he goes by the alias Bones because he thought that was really cool. He worked with the Bluecoats kind of as like a pathologist, like a scientist kind of guy. Like if you like CSI kind of like NCIS, like the characters that figure out what happened to the dead bodies. He left and has some contacts, but he doesn't really deal with them anymore because kind of like the corruption. Like they would bring down a body and then say like, we know he died from a gunshot, but you need to say he died because of this or whatever. Like
acute lead poisoning.
Yeah. Like they would make him like doctor his research and doctor how he like said something happened in order so they could have evidence to go after like a certain person.
Yeah.
And he was kind of tired of that. He wanted to have the truth come out. Like he enjoys like science and like the reality behind things. And so he's sick of lying about what he found and he wanted to do good.
Yeah.
So now he's kind of gotten involved with his crew. They gave him like an assistant because I'm not sure how the Bluecoats found him. But they gave him an assistant in the form of Worthless the Hull. And when he left, he just kind of he was packing his things. He kind of snuck Worthless out with him to join him with the doing the less than legal stuff.
Sure.
So that's how Callum got out of the Bluecoats and with our crew.
Okay, I'm curious to see how you guys get paid. All right, awesome. And last but not least, Anthony Fullink, what's up? What's your character today?
All right, I'll be playing Cross Templeton, though most people nowadays call him by his alias Orion. He is a hound, and his backstory is that he's kind of the great grandson of a fallen noble merchant family, and kind of knowing his family history, was never very happy with the position that he was in. So he actually joined the Bluecoats for a while, but once everybody else is saying, the corruption kind of getting to him, and he knows that he can do better with joining other people with a like mind. So that's why he's with the rest of the group. One thing to note is that that during his childhood, one of the things that he did know is that as this noble merchant, that there is this bit of a sewer underground system that nobody really knows about. It's kind of a thing that people kind of talk about, like the boogeyman. And during his travels, he actually found this. Some people call it a cat, but his hound is this kind of aquatic cat mutant kind of thing called Nessie. Very adorable to him, but maybe not so to the other people that can't really read Nessie the way that Orion can read Nessie.
Here's something I want to talk about then about the world. So, did you find that? Do those things live in the sewers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine those things live deep in the sewers.
Yeah, and I can post a link in chat, but
yeah, they're most definitely swamp panther looking.
Yes,
things.
Exactly. It's exactly kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they're not to be trifled with. Awesome. Okay. Cool. So just to give a little recap of what we're doing today, we're going to be playing a one-shot of the Vigilantes playbook situation, so it's a little bit different than the regular standard Blades game setup. So instead of using the lamp backs and the red sashes and that kind of stuff, we're looking at a different situation. We're looking at a situation that if you guys are watching the John Harper and Adams and Sean's and Strauss's playthrough on YouTube, it's something very, very similar to that. In fact, the Bloodletters are one of the gangs in here. So we're playing a game called Inner Demons today. And we're going to play to see what happens to the current setup of I guess this is more like 6 towers. I guess it would be more like 6 towers for now. If you don't know, if you haven't been following it, or you haven't had time now, if you haven't had time or whatever, basically what's going on is that there is a crew who is manufacturing Leviathan's blood into tattoos and drugs to sell to people. And this is having some really bad side effects on the people who take this stuff. Because, on one hand, there's imagine the difference between cocaine and crack. So like they're like the poor are getting this like hyper like unrefined demon tainted style stuff, while the upper class are getting like sort of like this super nice refined things. However, there's a dark force by the name of Lord Scorlock who seems to be able to, who's like an ancient style, like almost like mythical rumored type person. And apparently, rumors have been that he's been trying to control the people who have this blood in them to like sort of like do his bidding. But yeah, in the meantime, there's all these people on the streets and stuff like that getting who are like falling victim to this drug, and it doesn't seem like the Bluecoats are doing anything to really stop it. Oh, I just timed you out full link. I'm sorry. That's, I don't do. Yeah, there you go. You should be okay now.
Thanks.
So yeah, so basically, we're going to be playing vigilantes who were former Bluecoats that are getting fed up with the way that the Bluecoats are handling the situation, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yep. So this mythical Skurlock's supplier are the same people who are manufacturing the drugs for what do you call it? Like the poor as well as the rich. But they're getting their stuff from another group called the Foghounds, which are really like the smugglers of the Leviathan's blood. So what we're going to be doing today, just because it's a one shot, and I want to kind of just jump to the mission, like to start. I think to see it, we're going to go and we're going to see a small, I guess. I don't know. This might be gathering information actually. Basically, you guys got wind of a source from the Bloodletters. Someone from the Bloodletters is trying to get out. They're trying to get out of Duskfall by taking the train, and you're going to be racing against the clock here to stop him and like because he's defecting from the Bloodletters and wants to survive, right? Mm-hmm. Your goal will be trying to stop him from getting out of the country and learn what he knows. I think it's going to be how it's going to start. All right. So that's going to be kind of like the opening thing. So like if we imagine this as a movie, it's Duskfall looks like a London circa 1800s, right? Or like even like late 1700s. So imagine just like the London, like this super heavy, like icy cold fog. Like the streets, everything is dark. There's these electric lit lamps that just kind of just highlight and illuminate this fog, and the camera kind of like sees like down like these alleys that are otherwise like quiet. We just hear the sounds of someone like sprinting, right? Like and we just see him like running, and like we kind of like go over a small hill. And we see down below, a couple miles away, is the this sort of like electroline rail station, right? It's going to be the giant train station of Duskfall, and that's where then you guys are going to be coming in. How are you going to? So I guess that's going to be the scene. You have to stop this guy. I have to come up with a name for this guy real quick as well. Yeah, what's going to be your plan to catch up to him? What are you going to use to stop him?
So we know this guy's trying to flee town.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know why.
I think.
But so from what we know of the Bloodletters, like someone not only fleeing but fleeing them as well seems interesting to me.
Yeah. So does this person? Do we just know there's a person? Do we have any like description of them that we could then maybe?
Yeah. So this guy is like a theurgin, or like a kind of like an alchemist type as well. His name is Narcissus. And you know that he apparently was like, he had something to do with the manufacturing of the drugs.
Okay.
Okay.
Does he have a record? Like an actual
Yeah,
record? With,
oh.
maybe the coats.
Yeah, I feel like that could be a flashback. He probably has some sort of rep. If you wanted to know more, then yeah, you could probably spend a flashback or something like that to do it after we determine our approach here.
Cool.
Maybe
So
the
there's only-
plan. We get him like we trick him into thinking like, oh no, the train's not going to the place you think it is. Here, come with us. And then, guess what? We're kidnapping you.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
So I'm gonna make a.
good with hunting people, so I'm like letting someone else take the lead.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna make this clock here. This is going to be the escape clock. It's gonna be 6. All right, and what is the plan? You're doing deception.
Yeah. So I think maybe like he's trying to get on the train, and then we have to like somehow make him think that the train isn't going somewhere, or like there's something on the train that he doesn't want to do. And so when he doesn't get on the train, then it's like, hey, no, we're with them, come with us. And then surprise.
So the method. So I'm gonna try to reiterate so I understand, right? So it sounds like you're going to tell him that this isn't the train he's supposed to be on, somehow.
Yeah, we're gonna make for I guess either way, like we need to make him think that the train is either dangerous or not going where he thinks it's going. Like there's something like make him think, oh shit, there's that guy that I know is not. He's gonna kill me if I get on that train or whatever, or something like that. Like
Well, okay, so I need to know. So I think we need to come up with how you're going to do that, not explicitly, like step by step, but like what is the method of you convincing him the train is dangerous, because that could actually be more like an assault plan. If you were like, I'm gonna blow up the train. Yeah, it's fucking dangerous. You know what I mean?
I don't think
you know what I mean. So like,
I have an idea.
Tricking him. So
well, I guess that's true. Never mind. Maybe it is just straight up deception. But
yeah, it's definitely more about tricking him. Like so, I think.
Well, my character is really good at getting to places that are kind of tricky to get to.
Yeah.
So I could just like hop on top of the train before it gets to the station and just make a big deal of like, waving at it and getting his attention and going like, oh, this is not expected and something is wrong. Maybe I shouldn't be getting on this train.
Okay.
Do we even know what this guy looks like?
That
Not
would be
to
a good
complicate
idea.
our situation.
No. That's I think that could come up in a flashback of being like,
Okay.
I have some files, or no, you have fine case files or something like that. You can like spend it for that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you right now, let's say you do, like you know who it is. You're racing against the clock right now to grab him, right? Like that's the big thing. And so you're going to try to convince him with a deception plan. You're trying to manipulate him to like not take this train, not take a train. And you want him to come with you, like willingly. That was the idea.
I think the idea is try to get him to like trick him to come with us willingly. Maybe it's something along the lines like if he's fleeing the bloodletters, maybe we just go with the plan that like we try to get his attention, however that may be. If it is if it's worthless jumping on top of the train and like that's out of place. So sure, that would get someone's attention. But we get his attention and we like try to warn him that there are bloodletters that have already got on the train and they're waiting for him. They know he's there. They know he's trying to leave and they've gotten here first. Mm-hmm. And that's the only, like, that feels like the only solid thing for us to go off of. Because if he's a bloodletter and he's fleeing them, they're probably pissed at him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's probably already worried about that, yeah.
And I think, like, I know there's, like, kind of two parts of the plan is to, like, once we do that, and then once we kind of reveal that we're not who we really say we are, I think that's where, like, my character can come in, where we can, like, get him into an alley or something where I'm at one end, and then Nessie could be, like, popping out of a different area.
Mm-hmm.
To more or less
and, like, pincer him, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically get him into an alley and hold him there. Okay, great. So that's going to be a deception roll. Or excuse me, a deception plan. And now we're going to be doing the engagement roll to see how it's starting. Because now we cut right to the action, right? So if it's like if we're like watching the movie again, we heard the guy panting or whatever, and he's like running down there to the train station. Now you guys are like in pursuit, right? And like now we finally see our characters on screen, and like our plan is already in action. So let's roll the engagement roll to determine. So this guy was originally with the bloodletters, but clearly he's gone rogue. So I would say that he does not gain his tier for this.
Okay.
I would say though he is kind of prepared for this plan. Like he tried to plan something out to get out of here.
Sure.
So I think basically he's not well prepared. I think it's going to be an average one, but if you, I think you might actually just roll 3 dice because you are 5 people against this guy's one. This guy's one, and you have the find case files or whatever on him.
Okay.
So I think that's what we're going to be doing. Yep. So I think I'm gonna roll that for you guys. Okay.
Okay.
Real quick, in roll 20, what's the command to get to take the highest?
KH1.
Yeah.
Oh, keep highest one. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Your brain is like it's probably something more complicated than that, right?
Oh, cool. So you guys are crushing it. Awesome.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
Yep.
Boom.
So that's a fortune. That's a fortune roll. I have to double check, make sure I know what fortune does. Oh yeah. So you got a standard effect. Cool. So he may not even be. So I guess you guys are like hot on his heels, like in hot pursuit. Like you can see him, like his shadows like going through the fog, as you guys are catching up to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are you going to do to stop him? So right now, I should probably make another clock right here. I'm gonna make a four part clock, and this will be so this is not just him escaping. So before escape could happen, this is going to be catch up, I guess, or like catching him. Like the idea of or like him getting to the train station, right? Like before he gets to the train station.
We're trying to head him off before he even gets to the train station.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense because to me, it's better that we want to catch him before he gets to the train station because our plan kind of falls apart if he gets to the train station and no one's there.
Right.
Okay.
There's no one there actually trying to kill him.
Yeah. So you guys are. So,
there actually is.
Yeah. So you guys are hot in pursuit to catch this guy and convince him.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So, I'm trying to think
What do you do?
how we catch him.
Well, I think that, kind of using our layer to our advantage is that we have the subterranean routes, so we can cover a lot more ground than most people can.
Oh, nice.
We're kind of at first splitting up, trying to more or less track down this person through that, and then kind of we already have some sort of system obviously done where when somebody would find the person, then we could enact the plan and continue the hunt, right?
Yeah.
So you said we have the sewers, right? We have like the underground network. How you're trying to cut them off through it. So who's going through the sewers right now?
I'd be fine with it.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be fine with my characters.
So Zadok is doing it.
Yeah, Zadok's not exactly stoked about running through the sewers.
Okay.
He's a bit of a he's kind of he likes his nice things, and so like him running through the sewers, he's not exactly happy about.
Okay.
But he understands that he needs to do this.
Okay.
And then I think with him is Nessie, because it's kind of going back to like the actual game and mechanics, is that I took the Ghost Hunter ability, Mind Link, so I'm kind of in contact with this Nessie at all times.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
So that way we can. It's kind of like communication network between
a familiar, like you would with like a familiar in Dungeons and Dragons.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Cool. I get it. All right. So
yeah, that makes sense because then like if I find him, you guys know where he is.
Exactly.
Okay. So
Okay. Oh, and I think I'll be going from rooftop to rooftop, trying to keep an eye on him.
Same here. Yeah, I think that's kind of my plan as well. Is that like my character itself is kind of doing upper level kind of stuff to be able to either.
So this definitely sounds like it's a group action because you guys are all doing it, but you're helping in different ways. So what I need to know is who's the leader of this group. Who's the person taking charge here?
I think this might Yeah, I think this might be me just because of the fact that I'm kind of in two places at once right now.
Sure.
With being my familiar.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I get the idea that like I'm it's less of me like running through the like the sewers on my own, and it's more of me just chasing down Nessie, following Nessie, and you're like giving commands to Nessie from above, being like, he's going this way, take that route.
Exactly.
Way, take that route.
Yeah, cool.
Like we know the underground networks enough, so like we're trying to get we're constantly getting like trying to catch. Like, you guys are trying to follow him and tell us where he's going up top, and we're trying to get ahead of him using, cuts underground.
Yeah, so, like I imagine it's like, go left. No, wait, stop. Nope. He changed directions, go forward. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, go back.
And what's going on? I'm just, like, chasing this, like, cat sewer panther underground.
Yeah, you're just like, God, really? Okay, fine. Then you have to quickly jet over to the left and like go down this narrow thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. So I think I'm trying to figure out what kind of action ability this would be. Like what kind of action it would be. Hunt, probably.
I would angle for hunt.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's hunt. So when we do teamwork, so help me out for the first time we do a group action here. So I think it's somebody we just do like a single roll, right?
Yeah.
And it counts.
The leading in action.
Yeah. So each PC is involved in the roll. The team counts the single best roll. Yep. So I think you guys are all going to be rolling then, but because you're all helping, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. But the leader will take stress for anyone who rolls a 1 to 3.
Yep.
All right,
so what are we rolling here?
Oh, so hunt. We're doing hunt.
Hunt.
Effectively. And the effect here is to cut off the guy before he gets to the train, right? Like you're trying to pincer him.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that's what you're trying to do. What?
So just so we know, what's the position that we're in? Is it...
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. It's risky. It's risky because there's too many variables that are unknown about what's going on in terms of like, not just that, but you're in a different part of the city that you normally are in.
Sure.
It is kind of quiet, but still. Right? Okay. So I would say risky. Risky business.
Dun, dun, dun.
So everybody rolls hunt, and then we take Orion's or excuse me, we take the highest score of that.
Yes.
So go ahead.
All right.
Okay, so again, popping my Blade's cherry, I have 0 in hunt, but 1 insight skill. So do I roll 1 die or?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm sorry, Brad. I should have explained that.
No worries.
You're absolutely right. Okay, so if you don't have any skills in hunt, you would roll 2 dice but take the lowest. However, I will also strongly urge you to spend some stress to push yourself, so you gain 1 die.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of doing 2, or instead of rolling 2 and taking the lowest for this.
Okay. And I use drain rather than stress. Is that essentially the same? It's just the
for the hull. Yeah.
Different?
It's the same.
Okay.
Yeah, the only difference between the two is that
how you recover it.
Cover it differently.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. Was I supposed to have like? No, I'm not supposed to. That's like the advancement, right? Like the 0 out of 6 insight or whatever.
Don't worry.
No, that's the advancement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about
Sorry,
that.
sure.
Yep. Just everybody roll hunt. And let me know if you're pushing yourself or doing anything to give yourself extra dice.
Nope, I didn't do that. I just rolled normally on mine.
Yep.
You just rolled straight two dice. What's everybody else doing? Because everyone else needs to roll.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and burn some drain.
All right. So you get to roll 1 die.
Yes.
How do devil's bargains work?
Nice.
Woo!
Sure. So a devil's bargain works is that so any of us, including yourself, can submit a sort of like idea for an entanglement that could happen by doing this.
Okay.
So like basically describe something fictionally, and then there's gonna be a fictional consequence, whether or not you succeed. Or excuse me, a fictional consequence that happens regardless of whether or not you succeed.
Right. Yeah. So I guess a good example for this one.
It's like taking fictional stress is the way of putting it.
Kinda, yeah. So like I guess for this one it'd be like, well, we're not being particularly like stealthy about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so someone notices us.
Yeah. Someone actually would notice us.
I preemptively made an alarm clock for. Don't worry.
Alright, sure,
I was gonna say like devil's bargain. For instance, it would be some actual blue coats responding to this.
Yeah.
Or like another gang raising up alarms while people are fucking going through their turf.
Sure.
Right?
I think I'll take the stress. I'll push myself.
Cool. So take 2 stress. Give yourself an extra die.
So I only have.
This is not the train you're looking for.
I
just saw that.
I just rolled 1d6, right?
You have no hun, right? But you're pushing yourself.
hun.
Yeah, it's a straight die.
Okay. I got 3. Get wrecked.
All right, that's fine. All right, and we're missing one person's rolls. I think we're missing Bones.
Yeah. Okay. Am I actually here helping with this?
I thought you were pursuing. I thought you were running through the streets. Did you not? Did I just like assume that? Did you not
I
describe?
thought that was someone else.
I thought everybody was like we were all. You guys were chasing up top.
Are you not
Trying to
involved?
keep an eye, but maybe
guess that's the better
Bones
question.
isn't.
Thinking so, but I mean,
You don't have to be, but I feel like you're gonna be quiet then, unless you're doing something else.
I guess maybe.
Were you waiting at the train station or something?
I was thinking something like that.
Oh, I could see like that's the failsafe. Like
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Then don't worry about it. Then don't roll because that's not on you.
Yeah. Sorry. No, I guess like from the fictional standpoint of like just the plan is that if we corner him, like we get our ideal is that Nessie goes out and gets him, brings him back so that we're all kind of in the same area so that we can talk.
Right.
Okay. So to catch him before the train, you got a total of a 5. So that was a risky one. I feel like you get half of that. Right, you get 2 successes. So before the train. So he keeps looking back, right? So we're getting to like the home stretch. I think there's a map of Duskfall in the back. I'm not gonna look it up right now, but I'm gonna assume there's like a long bridge, like going like between like where the train station island part in the lower southeast of the map. There's like a bridge going over it. There's a bridge in Prague that has a bunch of like saints on it. That like it's a big walking bridge. I imagine it's something like this, only it's like gargoyles and shit. And like he's like on this foggy bridge. There's like the inky black water going underneath it, and he's like just like running it down, and like he keeps looking around, and like he can't see you guys, like through the mist and stuff like that. But he can hear you guys all like converging on him, right? So I think at that point, so you guys are close. You made progress to catching him before the train station, but there's still some more to do. So Orion, you take 1 stress from covering up Mumble's stuff, which makes sense because you're directing him underground, and he's like, I don't. It's a brain, like it's a Y. Like give me an like which left or right, like you know what I mean, like that kind of stuff. All right. So I think so what are you guys gonna do? You need to cut him off. So how's this gonna happen?
So
you could just describe something how to do it and like make a roll, and then you can solve it. Right?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way that it like makes sense for me.
Maybe
Adventure-
like he says like he's going over the bridge, and
Uh-huh.
so you go underneath it rather than over it. Like is like a tunnel through it, and like you pop up
Ooh.
on the other side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like obviously the people that are on the
Yeah.
top roof are dropping down from.
Yeah, so we can get him on like you can get him on the bridge.
hmm
Yep. Okay, cool. So you're gonna do that, and then are you gonna tackle him or just like confront him or whatever? Because this is gonna determine your actual role.
Yeah, I just want to get in front of him. So I want to like,
Okay, so
I
you
wanna
would
try to,
emerge.
like-
you would emerge in front of him, but like,
yeah, I
What are you gonna
say
do?
so. Like, I just try to like get his attention, and I want to just try to like essentially like lie and manipulate him into thinking that like I'm here to help him. Like, we heard that he's on the run. We've heard like that there are bloodletters that are waiting for him at the train station, and they're pissed at him and they're gonna hurt him. So I'm gonna try to like convince him that he can't go there. Like, don't go past this. You need to come with us.
Yeah.
okay, so you're gonna try to convince him verbally.
Yeah, I try to like get up and like in front of him and notice him and stop him, and then like just lie to him.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. You're lying, so
Yeah.
you're swaying him. This is definitely a sway move.
nice.
That's
Good.
I don't think anyone's around to help you because you're the one going underground to give yourself like this.
Yeah, I was the
advantage
person that was trying to like get
here. Yeah,
using
maybe
underground to get ahead.
Nessie could be there technically somehow.
I think the moment that we found our target,
Yeah.
Nessie's bringing Adam's character. Sorry, I forgot the name.
Good old Bones.
Bones,
no.
yeah. Trying to get Bones so that Bones can help us out.
Okay.
Okay.
Before like, while I'm at the train station, could I do a thing where I check around the train station to see if anyone else is waiting for him?
Oh yeah, sure. So you
Okay,
want to
so
study?
maybe, like as they're chasing, we cut back to and like we see me at the train station. I pull out like a pocket watch, and then I look up, and then I spend a few minutes like
Oh,
just
yeah.
looking around. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because like I'm trying to be casual and just like I'm just I'm just waiting for a train. Like,
Yep.
I've
Yeah. So like you look at the giant. Obviously this is like that old school fucking Grand Central Station of like the clattering train station times, right? That like change all the time, like the
Yeah,
shuffling shit. Like that's canon. That's in it. And so you're like glancing around, right? And like it's like
yeah,
there's like multiple
looking around to make
stories.
sure I'm looking to see if anyone else is doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like anyone else that's just standing around like they're clearly not waiting for a train because
Yeah.
3 trains have already gone by.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Oh, sure. So that will be a study roll. So, you're looking for anyone who's doing that, like, or you're looking for threats in particular, right?
I guess the usual like suspicious people, like someone like because like obviously there's like
Okay.
like I've been standing around waiting for something. So like if there's other people, it's like okay, that guy is 4 trains have gone by and that guy's still standing there looking at the door outside.
Yeah.
Like, something like that.
I feel like this is controlled only because there's no one's out to get you particularly.
Okay.
Right? Like you're okay.
Mhm.
So I feel like this would be controlled.
Okay. I would take it's too stressed, right? To bump up.
To push yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'll take 2 to push myself.
Yeah, it's 2 stress.
Oh, okay. I had not realized that. I just marked the 1 when I rolled earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Got a 5.
Cool. So you're looking at okay. So then you would definitely succeed, and you would find
Yeah. So maybe
Yeah.
that stresses me. Like I look up at the time and it's like I should have been. Like Nessie should have got me by now. What the heck's going on here? Like I'm just like throughout the whole thing, and so and I'm looking around like
yeah, something's wrong with the time.
yeah.
You definitely see kind of like through the hustle and bustle of people moving at like early in the morning of like one of those like early morning passenger trains because also like a huge swath of people go like in and out and stuff. Like standing like near the back or whatever, like reading a newspaper or whatever is definitely some suspicious looking dude.
Okay.
Like wearing like the old like trench coat like with the collar popped like hat down like reading a newspaper kind of thing,
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
see his face. like that kind of like. Well, obviously it's like not a trench coat; it's a pea coat.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about? Like
Sure.
like there's like a cane on it, like or a no, not a cane. What am I thinking of? What holds a sword? Sheath. Yeah. Like a saber sheath, like to his side. Like he's dressed very, very well.
Sure.
He's not a blue coat or anything, but he's dressed extremely well, like a noble would.
Okay. Yeah, so I noticed that, and then maybe now is when Nessie like comes to get me, like,
I don't think that's true. Only because Nessie is currently with Mumbles.
No, he said he was going to send Nessie to fetch Bones, since I'm the one, like, I've caught up with him and we're out of the sewer.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misheard
anymore.
that. Yeah. Okay.
if you want, if maybe like after this, when I can. Come
Right.
Okay. Well, let's cut back then to the sway roll, because you said to do
so
that. So before Nessie gets to you, let's see what happens with the sway roll.
Yes.
Okay. So let's do it.
What's my, like, just so I know, positioning, blah blah blah. How does this work?
Definitely risky.
Okay.
Because you have no idea what this guy's capable of, and you surprised him.
Yeah. So let's see what I get. Input value extra, just nothing, 0. 6.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Master of D&D.
By the way, did you roll 2 6s? Okay. Here's the problem with keep highest is that you guys have to keep track for me, because I might forget to hover over it. If you get 2 6s, that's a critical.
Yeah.
So if you ever get a 6, just make sure if you're rolling more than one die, that might be a critical. So don't sell yourself short here. All right. So remind us again here. Zadok and Nessie, you guys show up there, and like Nessie's probably snarling or whatever. But you're trying to convince him to to come with you, like not to go there because the bluecoats, or excuse me,
I think
bloodletters are at the train station.
I think as we come out of like underneath the bridge and we pop up, and I turn to Nessie and I'm like, don't scare, and I just like kind of shoo Nessie away, because I'm trying to like not scare this guy. I'm trying to be as helpful and friendly as I can.
Yeah, and that's the moment when Nessie gets the message from me. Like I get the response back. I'm like, oh no, go get Bones.
Oh, so like we see the guy like running down the bridge, right? And then like 30 feet or whatever ahead of him, like we just see Zadok like come out of the shadows, right? Being like, you don't want to go there, man. You don't want to go there, man.
Yeah, and as Nessie like runs off to get Bones, I turn and I like catch him, and I like turn to him and I'm like, what was his name again? Shit. I didn't write it down.
Oh, I forgot what I called.
Paris? Isn't that like?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
I don't remember what his name was.
Exactly.
I didn't write it down. That doesn't matter.
I gave him a very cool name and I liked it, and now I can't remember what it was.
I have to.
Lost to the memory hole.
Narcissus.
Oh yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Narcissus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like I catch him and I'm like, Narcissus, you have to come with me. I can't talk. I can't tell you, like, it's really important you come with me. The bloodletters already know where you're going. They're trying to hurt you. You need to come this way. I know what's happening. And like and I try to convince him that way and see if he.
And you rolled a 6, right? Yeah.
I did.
So your effect was to convince him to come with you.
Yeah, and convince him to he can't go that way, and he needs to come back this way. That way's not safe.
It's spelled like Narcus, like above, but it's with a soft C. Okay, so you obviously succeed at it. You don't have to. This isn't going to be a clock or anything like that. So he kind of like does like one of those like you catch him sprinting, and so he has to do like one of those like slides kind of things, like to stop.
Yeah.
And like he like kicks up like gravel or whatever, and he's like, how do you know me?
I can't explain. It's really
no time. Get in the van.
It's like there's no time. We have to go. They're already hunting you.
Yeah. Cool. So how do you get back?
I think that I start running off and like I'm like, follow me, running off back the way we came, like back on the bridge.
Yeah.
And well, I don't know if it's sure. I'll take him down in the sewers. I'm like, come this way. And I like take him down through the sewer, and I'm hoping the idea that we had like a plan for where we go.
Yeah.
We catch him. And I feel like I have enough of like hold on this guy to get him, and I just bring him back with us to like that meeting point where we wanted to go. I'm like, come with us, and I like take him down through the sewers, and he's like, what sewers? What? Why? Trust me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like,
I know things you do not know.
it makes perfect sense too, because both my character Orion and Worthless can see them going to the sewers, so we know that. Okay, yeah, let's go to the meeting spot, and then obviously Bones and Nessie, we already have a predetermined meeting spot.
So Nessie, Nessie has to go grab what's his name, Bones, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so that happens. All right.
Sweet. Where do we want that meeting spot to have been?
Maybe like somewhere like in our weird subway connections. Like there's like a
Intersection.
something like that. Like like an intersection. Or something.
That's fine.
Yeah,
There's a yeah. I mean, this is like a zero flashback to establish this anyway. So let's just say you did it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything to be like, oh yeah, in the past we said we're gonna meet here.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anything, I'll take him
So
back
let's
to
do it.
our subway station and just
So-
like.
Yeah, I think like maybe like there's multiple of those stations, obviously like throughout the system. Like
Yeah.
we have one of them as our lair, but there's more. So
Oh,
we
of
take
course.
another one that's kind of near there.
Yeah. So this is like
Yeah,
this
I
would
mean,
be
the whole
one.
system is pretty much abandoned, right?
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. These are like super deep, super old tunnels. That like
Yeah, they were before the clism.
nobody really even knows that they're here.
Yeah, I mean there's just a bunch of water too. Like I mean,
Yeah,
there's
they're totally like swamp. Like they're like almost like they used to be drained, but now they're like canals almost. Like they're so like logged.
Cool.
So I'm thinking the specific one might be called, might have been called Raddington during the day, but now we call it Rat Trap.
Sure.
Nice.
I like it, yeah.
So you take him to Rat Trap. Cool. I like that. Awesome. So Nessie comes and grabs Bones or whatever, right? And like we just got back
this
to
is great, and
Yeah.
she's like, and I just hear like a like.
yeah.
Oh,
So okay. Yeah. So,
Wait, what was that sound again, Tux?
That's right.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so we're at Rat Trap, right? And you have this guy here. He looks like a kind of looks like the concept art for the alchemist from the Pathfinder books. The way he looks like very like blonde, like short like military-ish blonde hair, and like these like kind of like red robes or whatever. And has a bunch of like potions and scrolls kind of near him, and like he's like obviously has like a backpack or like not a backpack, a briefcase. With like like the paper sticking out of it, you know what I'm talking about, like that sort of like classic, like we have to leave in a rush, and there's like papers, right?
Yeah, the papers are completely.
So like
in
it's
there.
one of, like that kind of scenario.
Sure.
And
Some of the things you get when you Google Alchemist Pathfinder.
he's
Okay.
extremely
Yeah.
he's extremely unsure of him of like the situation because he doesn't really know you guys, right?
Yeah.
But like he knows that you're not bloodletters, and he knows that you're not bluecoats, right?
And we haven't stabbed him yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have not.
Yeah,
stabbed
and you
him.
haven't outright killed him. So he's like, what do you want? Are you working with another gang? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Only
I
imagine
think
just that railway thing's just full of like shitty poop water, and then you got it right.
Great. I love being covered in poop. My character's super excited about it.
I think once we get down there, I pull out a little vial and I like rub something on my fingers and I put it underneath my nose, and I just hand the vial to the others. And I have a thing that I a concoction or some sort of like paste that's made out of an herb that we always put under our nose so we don't have to smell the poop water.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that.
You're
And Worthless watches you passing it around and kind of shrugs sadly.
So what do you want? Like,
I
have money. I have anything. Just let me go.
no, I'm not
You
trying.
don't know what you're messing with.
I get that you're not captured. I'm not trying to take you hostage or anything. I'm just here to help. We heard that there was a shakeup in the Bloodletters and that you were trying to flee, and
He cynically laughs.
we found out that the Bloodletters were coming to get you, and we figured we would try to help.
He cynically laughs. He's like, you don't get it. Lord Scorlock's gonna take this city. Like, there's nothing you can do. You just gotta get out. The guy's a madman.
Do I know who that is? Like, have I heard that?
Yo,
name?
yeah. I mean, Skurlock is like a faction. Like, I think it's like tier 6.
He's a level 3 faction.
Oh, he's level
by
3.
himself.
Yeah,
by himself.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking monster truck of a person. He's like the person, like no one. He's the guy that's like everyone. He's the Kaiser Sose of fucking Blades.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Sure.
everyone's heard of him doing things, and like no one has ever seen him, or like they've seen him and have multiple different accounts. This guy's just like the guy behind the scenes with he's the puppet master.
I think like we're kind of all around, and then but yeah, Callum's like leaning against the wall, like Lord Skurlock's been going to take over the city for the past 20 years.
Yeah, but he hasn't had my research till now. He's solved it.
Solved what?
You think Leviathan Blood's bad now? I guess that's the name of the drug. I don't know. Do we have a name for the drug? Something not Leviathan's Blood. Something that sounds cooler.
Bloodshot.
Bloodshot? Yeah, it's called Bloodshot. It's like, you think Bloodshot's bad now? This new stuff pales in comparison.
What was your?
Tell us.
What? Yeah, tell us. What was your research? Like, what did he find? What's changed?
He can control anyone who takes it. Skurlock can control it. I don't know how, but he can control them. There's something about it. It's something about the blood and him commanding it. It's some sort of strange arcana. He killed my research, like my co-researcher. He's covering his tracks. I have to leave, or you have to protect me.
But does he already have it? Research?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. That's why he's trying to get rid of me. So yeah, I can't make the anecdotes.
Okay. Well, I think
he's the one who knows the formula to make it, and now I'm the last one who knows how to stop it.
Well, then you can't leave. We need your help.
He will find you.
I eye his briefcase and like, is what you know in there?
I think so. I think I grabbed as much as I could and got out.
And
he killed my partner and our entire staff.
I look at Bones and I'm like, can you handle the research and antidotes if this guy leaves?
I grabbed what I could. Some of it is stuck in the lab, I think. I don't know, but like I grabbed whatever I could around. It might be enough. I don't know.
Okay. And Bones, how much of, like, from what I know of you, would you be able to, like, if we let this guy go, because he's already being, like, crazy paranoid, and it's gonna piss my character off. Like, if we let him go, or he kicks the bucket because someone kills him, I feel like you have enough knowledge to maybe do something like this?
I think I would need something to research about it. So I would need like his notes or something.
Oh yeah, he's not leaving with his briefcase. I'm not.
With it, I guess. And then it depends on the notes too. But like, as long as I have something to research, I probably could.
Okay,
cool.
So I don't know. I kind of like. I turn to the group and I'm like, what do we want to do? Do we let him go? We need his help. So.
Should Master Bones take a look first?
Yeah. I think our small friend might be onto something. It might be prudent to at least review the documents that we've had so that we could better the city, right?
Yeah.
I walk and like, is the briefcase like sitting next to him on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I walk over and like I'm reaching to take the briefcase.
Okay. Yeah. There's it's locked, but he tells you like the password or whatever. He's like,
Okay.
take it, fine, but like let me, like you either have to protect me or let me go. Like Skrulak is a man of very very he's a man of incredible resources. Like he
Do
will
we
find
think
you.
we could protect him, or do we like? I turned to the group and like, do you think we could protect him, or would it be better off if he tries to get out of town?
So I'm gonna make a clock here. I'm gonna start it. It's currently at 0, but you're found out. Right? Basically, Skrulak knows what's going on.
Yeah, he knows that somebody. He knows that somebody stopped his plan of catching the.
Sorry, actually, it is 1 out of 4 because of the stuff at the train station.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, he knows that the guy there he was trying to grab was not at the train station.
Sure.
Right.
So, I don't mind telling you that because it's one shot and stuff. So.
Well, also, actually, in this game, like telling us the clock is actually what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole like, oh, we know it. So it's kind of cool. That way, 'cause
sorry, let me change the name of it. You're right. It should be Skrulak. Puts it together is what I should really say.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I took the briefcase and like maybe there's like a like a small pillar or like a just like maybe it's like a designate for like one of the walkways or something like that. And so I just set it on top of it, and then I popped it open, and I'm just like digging through the papers, like looking at the formulas and like whatever notes he has.
And then I guess let's say if maybe after a while of Bones like going through the papers, I'm like, is it enough? Or I mean, I guess if we're going to try to make sure that this antidote gets out there, would somebody working on it full time be more helpful than doing it on a part-time basis?
Could I look through the notes and kind of get what my overall gist of them, like if I understand them well enough to like work on it, or if it's like kind of over my head, or
You're an alchemist, right?
yeah, like
Or you're a leech, right? Yeah, no, like a leech on downtime can make stuff. So and this is just going to be like a new give me a roll to see if you understand the recipe, but you can't make it immediately, right? Like this would just be like crafting any other type of thing, right? Like this is just a new recipe essentially.
Sure.
Right? So roll to see if you understand the recipe.
Sure.
So this would be study, I think. I think study makes the most sense.
Okay.
And I mean you as the player can justify whatever it is, right?
Sure. Yeah. I was thinking study anyways, because especially because I'm just this is all totally like academic.
Yeah.
Just
this isn't a clock, by the way.
Like,
This isn't a clock.
This.
This is probably risky. I was thinking risky or controlled. I think it's risky because I don't think everything's there. Like you haven't looked through the notes, like you don't know what's there.
Sure. Can I devil's bargain? There's a key ingredient that we don't have.
Okay. So you immediately? Okay. Cool. Want me to? I guess I want me to give you the detail of what it is, what I'm thinking.
Sure.
You need to capture. You need a blood sample of somebody who has the new drug in them.
Yes.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Right. So it has to be like fresh. Because you have to make sure it works, like it counteracts or something like that, right?
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Remind me again what happens when you roll 3 in this game.
And actually, I know he already rolled, but I know you said it was risky, but I mean, in the sense of the rules, I think it's actually more of a controlled because you're just losing time instead of like getting hurt, right?
Yes, I think you're actually right there. Yeah. You're right. I forgot that controlled has reduced time. I was thinking it's going to take longer than you think.
Yeah.
Was the thing. Sure. You won't put you could
I think now it can become risky, and I don't know what that would. Because I think that's how it works when you.
Oh well, the risky thing is that you think you get it, like you think you're connecting the dots, and it might be wrong, right?
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm gonna make a new clock. I guess this should be a clock then. No, it's not. Okay. It's just that you think you get it. You think there's a lot of missing pieces, right? But there's a lot of missing pieces to this jigsaw to solve this alchemical, like what the solution is. But you think you can extrapolate what it is. Whether or not you're right, we'll see.
Right. Yeah. So I'm digging through like, What kind of notes are these?
Yeah, right. It's just like
And
it's just like web comics. It's just like what?
and looking at your expression,
It's just burning wheel characters.
This is the character burner. What is this?
It's not even the newest one. It's the old one. It's
Yeah.
what the heck.
Yeah, I'm just like sorting through. I'm like maybe I like pull out my own, and I'm like trying to piece together. Like I'm like putting his notes into my own shorthand so I can understand it better. Like okay, so it's this. Okay, we need 3 portions of ghost essence, 3 portions of let's see here. Need some quicksilver, of course. Yeah.
and looking at your furrowed brow, Worthless turns to Narcissus, playing with a knife, and says, "I think you have to stay."
Is it 3 or 2?
2. You need twice the amount of quicksilver. It serves as a regent.
Okay. There's a lot of missing pieces, guys, but I think I can do something. One thing, we are going to need a live sample.
Okay.
You know what? Yeah, thinking about it now, I realize you probably didn't have to roll because the guy probably could have helped you.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
That's fair.
fuck it, whatever.
Yeah. This is
Yeah, I guess we could. If Bones is like, this is, I don't know. We turn to the guy and we're like, teach us this. Or you're
Yeah, no.
definitely-
And I think that's actually what happens in the game because we didn't win. Like we didn't get a 4, right? So it's not like it just took long. It's like we failed. We don't know what we're doing. Hey, guy that we just kind of saved plus kidnapped.
Yeah, or maybe so now it's like, okay, this is what I got from your what you call notes.
Yeah.
You call
And I
notes.
take my-
Are you like really like?
I take my one
elitist about it. Like,
Yeah, I am. Like it's like totally messed up. It's like things going off the line and like all this just random stuff. It's like there's no system. There's no. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's like I have like my one sheet that I've kind of condensed everything to, and I like put it in front of him. Like this. What do you think?
That could work. But you're definitely going to need to make something that quick. You're going to need a live blood sample.
Okay. I fold it and put it in my coat. I'll get it and like kind of get the briefcase and like I guess we don't need this anymore, so
Yeah.
I'll set it next to him again.
All right. That's I think at that point we're gonna go to our break and then we're gonna figure out how to solve this stuff and find what's going on. All right.
sweet.
Cool, guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll be back in 5 minutes for more Blades in the Dark.
Bye.